Have you ever dreamed of having a treehouse like the ones we used to see in cartoons? Well, what if I told you we're about to build one? Not just any treehouse, but a wooden castle up in a tree that's 4 meters tall. This isn't a joke, and one wrong step could mean a nasty fall. But the result? A secret hideout in the forest that'll make you say, "I wish this was my home." Before we dive into the details, don't forget to support us with a like and subscribe so we can reach more people. Let's get started. The first step was picking and preparing the right tree, one that's strong enough. And the tree is healthy, with no damage or disease and nothing hidden inside it, like a bunch of squirrels' nests in the branches or a hollow trunk. It could be fragile inside, but we want a completely sound tree with no holes, and at the same time, it needs to support the size of the house. The second step, once they found the perfect tree, was to start installing wooden planks to make a spiral walkway going up. It wasn't just a regular ladder, it was designed to let anyone climb up plank by plank, gradually rising step by step. When the spiral walkway was done, it was time to install the floor structure. They fished wooden beams onto the tree, creating a strong base for There's gonna be a small tower up in the sky. Of course, he didn't do this without safety gear. He was tied with a rope so that if he slipped while working, he wouldn't fall on his neck and break it. For extra safety, he used wooden logs as supports and railings, each one nailed really well, so everything's solid and secure. It looks really rustic and nice. He did this 2, 3, 4 times, you know? And after everything was safe, the builder got up there using a rope system he relies on to lift the rest of the materials. It's like old-school pulley work. He pulls and lifts stuff without any modern equipment at all. He laid the boards on top of the wooden beams he made, started fixing and trimming any rough or extra parts, and left some space on the floor to make it smooth, like it was glowing. After the spiral staircase wrapped around the tree, the next challenge was the staircase railing. The staircase alone looked good, but it was better not to fall off it. He started picking the strongest trunks to be the posts for the railing. He measured each one exactly, cut them, and installed them on the staircase, making them like the spine of the railing. But it wasn't just safe, it looked really beautiful too. Then he chose a thick, strong trunk to be the top part and its curves. The natural look gave it a nice rustic vibe, like it was handmade. Rafa fitted it into place and adjusted the end with the support beams, then secured them with screws. This was based on a principle the builder follows: sturdiness and extra safety. Once the main frame was solid and the support stood like the skeleton of a small wooden castle, it was time for the crucial step: the floor. Sure, a treehouse can be without a floor, but since this was still a house, a balance test was necessary. The builder brought some new wooden planks and, with unusual enthusiasm, carefully nailed each plank onto the beams he had fixed earlier. He nailed it down once, twice, 3 times, and then secured it with enough screws so the floor could handle any shakes or outside factors without messing up the house easily. Then came the frame for the walls and supports, all carefully placed, like laser precise, balanced to give maximum stability. After that, he added horizontal supports to strengthen the walls and installed tongue and groove boards, stacking them like puzzle pieces. He made 3 walls strong enough to withstand a mild storm. The goal was to get the roof perfectly level, so he used a proper level tool and patiently adjusted each board. He kept working on it one by one because he didn't want to redo any of it from scratch. Every step was done carefully. He used to do it step by step, and any stubborn board or bend, he'd gently tap it back into place with careful hits. The floor was finished and solid enough to support any weight on it. Then he moved on to the most important part, the real backbone of the treehouse: the walls. The only material that worked here was solid wood. If the house was meant to stand firm against time and gravity, it needed walls that could absorb shocks. So he got thick, sturdy wooden beams, measured and cut them precisely, and put the whole frame together like an old engineer building a fortress. He carefully positioned the vertical supports with laser-like precision, so the structure wouldn't just stand, it would stand strong.
He pushed hard, then firmly installed the horizontal supports one after another so the walls stayed solid and didn't move at all. The frames were lifted into place, each one fixed with screws and ties, enough to make any storm think twice before messing with this tree. With the walls going up, the treehouse transformed from just a platform in the sky into a sturdy wooden shelter, blending nature and craftsmanship. A rustic ladder made from thick wooden logs was added, giving the structure a practical way to climb up and down instead of having to use ropes all the time. Once the walls were up, looking like a wooden fortress atop the tree, it was time for the next step. The crucial part, what comes next, is preparing the roof, because honestly, a treehouse without a roof can't really be called a house. But in reality, it was more like a rain collector with 5-star ventilation, basically a big container that easily fills up with rainwater. So the builders set up a new stack of strong wooden beams and started working on the roof. Each beam was carefully installed at a precise angle to create the skeleton that would hold up the roof. They checked everything twice to make sure no piece would move at the first gust of wind. And here's where the hero against the weather appeared. A window with 12 panes inside a sturdy frame that offers an amazing view of the forest from inside the house. Finally, the roof beams were all installed and everything was covered with panels. The waves and their ripples are ready to channel the rainwater smoothly. This little wooden castle is on its way to becoming a hidden gem, blending right into the forest, standing firm like it's part of it. Then it looks for a spot to install the heater pipe. Not just a regular hole in the wall, but a perfectly round one, precisely made to fit the pipe, letting the smoke out while keeping the heat inside. When a heater pipe is sealed tight like that, you don't even feel a draft. It won't let even a tiny puff of smoke mess things up or trigger a fire alarm when you turn it on. And when it was time to protect the house from the coming rain, the builders used waterproof insulation. With high-tech skills, but it wasn't just a simple layer and done. No. He had to heat it until it almost melted, then skillfully spread it on the ceiling like a pro, creating a tight, super strong layer. After that, he installed a moisture barrier on all 4 walls, kind of like a plastic roll made for tree houses. From that moment on, not a single drop of water could get in. He also added thermal insulation to keep the heat in, making this house one of the most energy-efficient tree houses out there. The door got VIP treatment too, secured with a protective lock, then windproofed to ensure a tight, leak-free experience. Now, if there's even a curious animal passing by wouldn't be able to get in, not even a breeze. Everything worked perfectly, like clockwork. Inside, the builder got really precise, nailing wooden boards to the walls with extra enthusiasm. The walls transformed into a warm, cozy refuge with a charming rustic touch. The design rivaled any studio's. He hung a picture of a natural landscape, obviously someone who's never lost sight of the nature all around them. So there was nature outside and nature inside too. Then came the bookshelf, made from a tree trunk, perfect for books and little things. Every piece showed the unique taste of this quirky builder. Like they say, he found some stuff lying around in the forest and even added extra wooden hooks for storage. So the walls ended up looking like they'd been there forever. He put in chairs carved from roots, so detailed they looked like museum pieces. Then he installed a final moisture barrier layer on the floor to prep for laying down a full wooden floor. Every piece was carefully fitted, fixed, and cut with great attention. It's not just a treehouse, it's got a balcony with an amazing view, an elegant forest scene with the comforting presence of local birds. He also built a simple but cleverly made feeder from natural materials. The final touches included wrapping ropes around the windows and rounded edges, and he made a sturdy bed from. The wooden logs are prepped to make a super comfy bed. Maybe the tree can even support it. In the end, there's a big table made to gather family and friends around for playing games and eating. The table got some final touches too, like a mirror that reflects light to give a feeling of spaciousness and warmth, plus wooden hooks on the walls ready to hold anything. This secret treehouse isn't just slowly becoming a fancy hideout in the middle of nowhere. Anyone who sees it wishes they could live there. The next big focus is the bed, and it's not just any bed. It's a masterpiece made from rustic wooden logs.
The sculpture looked like it was calling out to you. I just wanted to sleep right then. So I stood up, jungle style, and offered a bedroom experience with an unbeatable view.
I pulled the curtain to soften the daylight and create a cozy vibe inside the house. At that moment, the whole place transformed into a perfect jungle retreat. Every panel had a touch of magic, every corner filled with personal decor and carefully chosen pieces to add warmth and harmony to the room. This beautiful hidden spot isn't just a feast for the eyes, it's the perfect place to relax and enjoy the natural scenery. That's it for the video. If you liked it and enjoyed the vibe, don't forget to like and subscribe. Channel name. The guy in the video is on screen the whole time, just like that.